I drove all the way from Alberta to Whistler, British Columbia, made some amazing stops along the way, and did some absolutely incredible hikes. This was such an epic way to get the summer started. Let's go. I just got back from Lake O'Hara and I'm making my way to spend the summer in Whistler, British Columbia. And now I am at this insane viewpoint in Sicamous. I'm going to be making my way towards Whistler over the next 2 days. We're trying to figure out how I'm going to live in my car in Whistler. Now I'm taking you along with me, so let's go. Up to this viewpoint is relatively easy. And Sedan's doing it, so it's not bad. About 600 meters of elevation gain, and now we are heading towards Kamloops. Look at these views, just insane. In Armstrong, BC to come pick up a to-go box for a fresh slice of pizza. I just got one slice heated up just because I wanted to eat some lunch right now. But for $9, we got a whole pizza. After the 3 long days of backpacking, I'm very tired, so I've been drinking an energy drink today. Excited to get back into the mountains, but I will do a small hike around here. Dollarama, I just get a few things. Same for Walmart. I just bought a bunch of things that I know will be cheaper here than in Whistler. This is Kenna Cartwright Park. Should be a nice little way to see the area of Kamloops. I've found a few free camping spots by Lillooet. Surprisingly, it's about 200 gain, but the views are looking really nice on this side, but I can't wait to see them on the other side where you can actually see the city of Kamloops. That over there is Kamloops downtown. And then you can see the valley. This is the view from the summit. And you can see the valley that way is pretty beautiful as well. Sorry, I have to bushwhack to get back down to a trail because I don't want to do the whole 6-kilometer circuit. We are making our way down. I'm not sure why they didn't just put a trail here. It's not even steep. This was definitely a beautiful trail. I was happy to do it as a loop because you do see a lot more on the other side. Finally made our way back on a nice trail. We're gonna go all the way to Marble Canyon now, which I found looks like a super cool stop to make. So we're gonna drive over there now. We have made it to Marble Canyon Provincial Park. The campgrounds here are absolutely beautiful. They're $18 a night, self-registration. It's a really beautiful area though, wow. And we found the falls. Not what I was expecting. These mountains look pretty cool actually. The show is not very nice on this side. Also a bunch of these shells here. I think they're from snails, but I'm not entirely sure. Making great progress. I just stopped at this viewpoint to see the Lillooet River, which looks absolutely incredible. Driving through the town of Lillooet. Very cute town with beautiful mountains all around. Free campsite, and it's right in the mountains, right by Lillooet, and it is absolutely beautiful here. I mean, it's only 6 p.m. It's a little early for me to stop, but a free campground where I don't have to worry about getting caught overnight, I am all for it. I'll try to walk around and see. I am so lucky because I just found a little place in between 2 people, but other than that, the campsite's completely full. Made it to the recreation site, and this is just unreal. Wow. Lookout trail, and I didn't realize that this is the lookout, not looking towards the lake. And those are the mountains by Lillooet, which is really nice. Got the chair set up. I have pizza for my Too Good To Go box. With this view, I'm a happy camper. Good morning. It's about 8 a.m. but I have some Pop-Tarts, and then we're gonna head out and start heading towards Whistler. To the Scenic viewpoint, first stop of the day. We are about an hour almost out of Pemberton, and I'm pretty sure that is Joffre Peak over there. Look at that. Okay, so I passed by Joffre Lakes Park, and I decided why not just go for it. We may or may not be bushwhacking because I didn't know you need a day pass to get into here. We made it onto the trail. Oh my god. Oh well, this is a lot nicer. Go back the same way, thankfully. It's 3 kilometers to the upper lake. I'm about 300 gains. The vegetation here is so dense. To the middle lake now, and it looks like it's not much further to the upper lake from here. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the views for a bit. The best part about wearing Crocs when you hike, you can just get your feet wet and then hike back with your feet wet. Making our way towards the campsite. They said you can also go to the waterfalls that are there, so that should be pretty cool. Came all the way around and made it to the falls they were talking about, and it is beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna try to head back pretty quickly. We are still ahead of schedule, so we should make it back by about 1 p.m. We're gonna head over to the lower lake because it's right here. Stayed on the way up for various reasons. Made it back to the car, and what the fuck is this? And there, and eat some pizza and then drive away. Officially made it to Whistler for the summer. I'm here at the Meadow Park Rec Center. I'm gonna go get a membership so I have a place to shower. Now we're gonna walk over to the library, get some work done there, check it out how it works, and yeah. Library just closed. I got a bunch of work done. Okay, so right from the little place that I parked, technically in Crown Land, but it is right by this epic viewpoint. So cool. Wow. Also, here's what I got from the Too Good To Go boxes. Got lunch for tomorrow, breakfast for tomorrow, and then I have Pop-Tarts for breakfast the day after, and this for lunch tomorrow. And then I have all of these, so I'm gonna eat something for dessert now. Good morning. It is 10 a.m. I have slept in. So I'm gonna head over to Watersprite Lakes. Mountains here are just so beautiful. Full fritter for my Too Good To Go box for breakfast. We are at the trailhead. That was a pretty cool road. Craziest I've done so far with this car, but she handled it great. The locking differential made a huge difference. Finish up my breakfast, pack my bag, and then we're gonna head out. Trailhead is packed, and it is an absolutely stunning day to be out for a hike like this. The trail should be very well defined the whole way, as this one is fairly popular. No clouds for the last 3 days, which is like kind of crazy to me. Just a little bit of information on this trail. It's about 16 kilometers and 600 gain. I may attach Demon Ridge to it if it looks like the conditions are good, and depending on time. Also, when I got into Squamish, I watched a black bear just run across the road, hop over the median, and it was like wild. I never seen that before. Wow, there's lots of wildflowers on this trail. It is pretty bushy though, like a good bear trail. First major viewpoint here. That over there is Garibaldi. Here's the turnoff to Demon Ridge, which I believe I'm going to try to come back on just because of snow conditions up there. The ocean from here. Whoa. Like some sort of rock fall or slide happened on this trail because there's some huge boulders on here. Thankfully, it's a little bit windy. We're getting closer to some of the impressive spires over by the lake, which is cool. We're definitely making good progress, only about 1 kilometer and something out of the lake. And it looks pretty snow-free. So my theory is that just like that what's mostly snowed and frozen is just the lake, how it insulates the cold in that vicinity. But yeah, I guess we'll have to go up there and then see, because it looks pretty dry from here. Okay, we are getting pretty close now. The trail's a little bit weird at this part. Basically going through boulder fields and just side hilling it, but it is still very well defined because this is a very heavily trafficked trail. Finally, the trail went into the forest and it makes a huge difference. It is much nicer temperature in here, thank God. The main creek crossing of the trail. A very nicely built trail though. Snow down here is very supportive. We are just heading right up that gully basically. That is to get to the campsite. This is to get to the lake. And it looks pretty beautiful here, but thankfully actually to go up Demon Ridge looks very snow-free right now. So we may give that a shot. Although first I want to get to this lake and just sit down for a second. Oh, the lake looks incredible right now. This is a really cool spot, actually. This lake is absolutely magical. It is much more of a panoramic view than I thought it would be. It's an awesome trail. I'm just gonna check out the route to Demon Ridge and just see if I want to put myself through that. Here's the BCMC hut. Reminds me of the Bugaboo hut a little bit, just because of the shape, but definitely smaller. The outhouse is cute. What a nice cabin. Wow. Unfortunately, the hut was locked. I am seeing a route, and the reviews just to get up to the ridge said that it was flagged and that there is a route, so we should see. Okay, so there was actually a host cabin, and there was people living in there, 2 people. And they were super helpful. They said that the trail is there and it is flagged, so there's a route and the views are absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna head up first to Demon Ridge, and then from there I will assess just the snow conditions to make it a loop, because she said that it was cleared out, so there shouldn't be much bushwhacking. Makes me a little more confident in this route that had 3 reviews on all trails. We are on the trail, and there is a route. There's tons of markers. Trail's well defined. Makes me so happy that's not a bushwhack. This view on the other side is insane. Those peaks are absolutely awesome. Actually, I think we're gonna head straight over to Demon Peak. When you look at the map, they'll have pretty similar views. And it's an extra kilometer to go there and back with this snow, and it is getting a little bit late, so I would rather just get the nice view over there from Demon Peak. So we're gonna head over there to get a nice view now. Successfully summited Demon Peak. With probably my favorite view that I've had so far in Whistler. Definitely my favorite of the summer. This is absolutely unreal. Call this Demon Peak because of the bushwhack or because of the bugs here. I'm sure it's the latter though. The bugs here are really bad. The road down looks snowy for a little bit, but then it looks pretty clear. So we are all good to make this into a loop. So those are the lions. I'm not sure what that big peak is. You can see the Sicamous Chief. You can actually see the ocean in Squamish as well. That is the Tantalus range. That might be Mount Sprout there. You can see the Black Tusk and Mount Garibaldi. And then you have these incredible peaks over here, which I'm not sure the names of. Anyhow, I'm gonna try as much as I can to enjoy lunch here, which is now a lunch dinner. Because we did start pretty late, but we did make good time to get here, and getting down shouldn't be too difficult. So we are good to go. This looks like it will be a nice, slow walk down. Or slide. I have to walk down like this because of the bugs. And it's actually working very well because there's no exposed skin on my face. They're not really going for my legs, thankfully. It's really surprising how far the internet will bring you. As in, I have 5G all the way here. Compared to below the valley, you get nothing. At another sub-peak. Came from back over there. Snow is incredibly supportive. And I would say someone came here maybe even as close as the weekend, because the tracks look very fresh, maybe 1 or 2 days old. It is helpful having tracks to follow. It's hard to find this route, so we are going to try our best to stay on the packed trail as much as we can. Okay, it looks like there was no route there. Thankfully I have reception, so I was able to download the other all trails. It shows that we go this way, so let's try it out. The trail's definitely here, so we're not in a predicament. Looks like they did make a route over there, so I didn't have to bushwhack. So at least the rest of the way down shouldn't be bushwhacky since it's maintained. It must be a really old fire road because it is completely overgrown. And this is the fire road. They tell they went through here with a chainsaw, which is good though because the road's a lot better than it would be. So if you are doing this, follow the signs and don't listen to all trails. This is a great one to do as a loop. Now we're getting really close to the main trail, which is good. I really need a water source because I am really thirsty. After a long hike, it is so amazing to do. Since the trail is not really steep at all, I'm going to use the flip-flops on the way down. Oh man, this is the dream. And we have made it back in flip-flop. That was an incredible day hike. Was definitely not expecting it to be that nice, especially at the beginning. It looked kind of underwhelming, but turned out to be a beautiful day. And I'm looking forward to relaxing for the next maybe 2 days. But we all know whenever I tell myself that I'm not gonna hike, I always end up hiking. But now we're gonna go pick up our Too Good To Go box, potentially boxes, and enjoy the evening. Okay, so I got the jackpot with the Tim Hortons one, and then with the pizza, a full pizza for $8. You can't complain. Plus I have dinner from Boston Pizza that'll be ready in about 10 minutes. Delicious free dinner here. I am loving it. Okay, so the evening went a little bit different than I expected. I ended up realizing how difficult it is to book that BC ferry. I didn't realize. I thought it was just a walk-on thing. Anyway, I booked it. After an hour of trying, I was finally able to book it. I was able to save $50. Instead of paying $200, I paid $149. So I'm pretty happy about that. Classify that as a success. I would like to thank you so much for watching this video and the hikes that I've done. Joining me on the journey of moving to Whistler. If you want to see my 4 days in Vancouver Island, you can watch that here. And if you want to see videos just like this every week, you can subscribe for more.